We are the Group 3. I am Daniel Samawedo Ronila, the first reporter of our group. Our topic is all about the science, technology, and the nation building. Before that, we will going to read this quotation from Julie Payete. In a modern and innovative society, where advancements and plentiful, and communication is instantaneous, science and technology are a part of everyday life. So, based on the quote above, it emphasizes the contribution of science and technology on the advancement of society and the betterment of the society and nation as a whole. So, our entire discussion po will focusing only on the advancements to new ideas, new methods, or new products that brings developments in our society, especially po sa mga inventions, contributions of Filipino inventors. Next slide po. The Philippine Government Science and Technology Agenda. Letter A, Innovation Culture. The recent success of the saltwater lamp, salamander tricycle, and the Diwata 1 microsatellite is a nice start, but it shows that we have a long way to go before we develop an innovation culture. So, in the next bullets po, I will going to discuss to you po the 3 known inventions in the history of the science and technology in the Philippines. Those are the saltwater lamp, salamander tricycle, and the Diwata 1 microsatellite. Next slide po. First is the sustainable alternative lighting salt lamp. Isa Mijeno, a Filipino scientist, created the sustainable alternative light salt lamp with the goal of sustainably lighting the remainder of the Philippines. So, as you can see po sa dalawang pictures po na nasa screen, ito po ang sustainable alternative salt lamp po na na-create ni Isa Mijeno, ang ating Filipino scientist. At ang pangalawang picture naman po sa baba is yan po ang ating traditional na lampara nung sinaunang panahon pa. So, in these two pictures, makikita po natin ang innovation. Kung dati po is ginagamitan pa natin ng kerosene ang ating mga pailaw, ngayon po is ginamitan na lamang po ni Isa Mijeno ng asin at tubig para lang magkaroon ng liwanag. And ang salt lamp po is much more beneficial po siya because it has affordable and sustainable power. So, sa description po ng salt lamp, ito po is umaabot daw po ng 48 hours bago mapundi. Tapos po, mas tumatagal siya kaysa sa paggamit ng kerosene. Next is environmental friendly po. Kasi po ang salt lamp po is hindi po siya naglalabas ng usok. Hindi katulad ng ating mga traditional na lampara na umuusok at nakakasira ng climate. And improve safety, device charging capacity. So, si Isa Mijeno po is na-create po niya ang salt lamp. Hindi lang para sa ilaw. Pwede rin po mag-charge ng kahit anong devices. It is affordable and it has a long-lasting light and disaster relief. So, magagamit po natin siya sa in case of any emergencies. Okay, our next is salamander tricycle. A Filipino made of amphibious tricycle was launched on the market to meet the demands of thousands of Filipino living in the flood-prone areas and low-lying villages near bodies of water. H2O technology recently unveiled the floating trike. It is the salamander at the Capitol Commons Center in the Pasig City. So, as we can see here po sa mga picture sa gilid, sa pinakababang picture po, ito po yung ating mga pangkaraniwang tricycle lamang na nakikita sa ating mga kanto, mga kalsada. At ito naman po yung ating salamander tricycle na kung saan is created for dual purpose. Kaya po siya tinawag na amphibious kasi po pwede po siyang gamitin sa tag-araw at the same time sa tag-ulan kapag bumabaha. Pwede po siyang gamiting tricycle at pag bumaha naman po is pwede siyang maging bangka. It is created po ng H2O Technology Company at ang ideya po nito is ideya po ng mga Pilipino. Our next invention po is the Diwata 1 micro satellite. Diwata 1 spent 4 years in space, producing photographs that have paved the way for the use of space technology in the Philippines to assess environmental change, contributing to science-based conversion and statewide mapping. The microsatellite orbited on Earth 22,643 times, passing 4,800 times over the Philippines. It took 45,572 photographs of the Earth, with 17,271 images from the Philippines. The images covered a total area of 114,887 square kilometers, or around 38% of the Philippines land area. So, kung makikita po natin dito, ito po yung ating Diwata 1 micro satellite. At bago pa man po tayo magkaroon ng Diwata 1 micro satellite, meron na po tayong mga naunang mga invention ng satellite. Ito po is ang Agila 1 at ang Agila 2. So, ang ating pinakaunang satellite na nakilala sa Pilipinas is ang Agila 1. Ito po ay binili ng mga Filipino scientists sa Indonesia. Ito po is ginagamit para sa telecommunications at mga teleradyo, TV, ganon. Pero sa Pilipinas lamang po. At lumipas po ang ilang taon, nagkaroon po tayo ng kauna-unahang sariling gawang satellite, ang Agila 2. Ito naman po is ginagamit pang telecommunication pero mas long range po siya. Sa Asia po siya. Kung ang Agila 1 po is sa Pilipinas lang, ang Agila 2 naman po is umaabot sa buong Asia. So, Diwata 1 focuses on scientific applications like disasters monitoring, whereas Agila 1 and Agila 2 was for commercial technology communication services only. So, little thing that we all know, Agila 2 was the first Filipino-owned satellite to be launched into the space in the year 1997. Okay, let's move on to our next topic. Letter B, ASEAN. Integration requires competitive technology. Science and technology assist us in comprehending nature and the world around us, as well as enabling us to live full lives through new innovation methods. So, familiar po ba kayo kapag sinabi nating ASEAN? So, ito po siya. Pag sinabi mong ASEAN, ang ibig sabihin po niya is Association of Southeast Asian Nation, and it was established po noong taong 1967. Ang ASEAN po is May 10 bansang nakapaloob dito. Ang Indonesia, Malaysia, Philippines, Singapore, Thailand, Brunei, Vietnam, Laos, Myanmar, and Cambodia. So, ang pinaka-aim po ng ASEAN is to promote cooperation, dialogue, and collaboration for the betterment of our country and for the betterment of each country po yung mga nakapaloob po dun sa ASEAN. So, dahil belong po ang ating bansa sa samahan ng ASEAN, we must develop our scientific and technological basis po as a Filipino in order to compete in an integrated ASEAN. Next slide. Two major approaches. First approach is the stronger research and development in the region, not just Manila. So, ang sinasabi lamang po nito is ang ating science and technology po is kailangan po nila ng support ng government. Kailangan po nila ng financial support and funding support. At support po ng mga sector sa pagpapa-enhance po ng mga makabagong innovations. Not just sa mga cities but also sa mga municipalities po para mas mabilis ang pag-unlad ng ating bansa in terms of science and technology. Our next approach po is the strategic project in 5 areas. Letter A, renewable energy. B, science and technology for industrial development. Letter C, increase food productions. Letter D, climate change adaptations. Letter E, faster, less expensive internet. Letter F, mechanisms and characteristics that makes it possible. So, iisa-isahin po natin sila. Sa letter A po, renewable energy. In order to satisfy our COP21 obligations while lowering electricity prices, we need to break through technologies that enable high electricity yields in limited space with reduced reliance on natural resources. So, as we all know po, sa Pilipinas po is marami na tayong renewable energies. Nakapaloob po dyan yung ating mga windmills sa Ilocos. Ang ating mga biomass power plant po. Ang ating mga dam, dumarami na rin po. And ang ating mga hydropower plant po na nagbibigay ng energy sa ating mga municipalities. Ang letter B naman po is the science and technology for industrial development. If we wish to resuscitate our basis industries such as the steel sector, we need more participation from our scientists and engineers. So, kung hindi pa po natin nalalaman, yung mga proyekto po na naipatayo po sa mga ating malalaking syudad katulad ng Manila, Cavite, Laguna, ganyan, Cebu, is there's a lot of engineers po. Maybe hundreds po ang engineers dyan para lang may patayo po ang mga proyekto sa mga big cities natin. Like for example po yung mga kalsada, mga SM, ganyan, mga tulay po na mahaba. So, para po sa kaka-develop po ng ating industry, mga buildings po natin, para po sa ikaka-develop ng mga ito, kailangan po natin makipag-cooperate po sa mga professionals like engineers, ganyan. Yung mga architects po natin and mga scientists, ganyan. Para po mas mabilis ang pag-unlad ng ating ekonomiya. The next one strategy project po is the increased food production. With limited land, technology is required to increase yields while improving output quality in reducing reliance and foreign inputs such as fertilizers. Letter E po is the faster and less expensive internet. We have the lowest internet in Asia, but our archipelago requires it to bridge gaps and establish networks. So, kung atin pong mapapansin is sa mga barangay natin ganyan, sa mga kanto-kanto natin, meron na pong mga naka-build na ano na mga free wifi po na pinatupad po ng ating pangulo na si Bongbong Marcos. It is because po ang Pilipinas po is kulelat na po sa sa buong Asia pagdating sa internet. Sa ibang bansa po libre na lang ang internet, sa atin is binabayaran pa. Tapos may free wifi na nga, wala pang no internet pa yung nakalagay sa wifi. So ang science and technology po is need mo nilang i-improve ang ating internet sa bansa. And the last one po is the letter F, the mechanisms and characteristics that makes it possible. So katulad nga po yung sinabi ko lang kanina, kailangan po ng support ng ating science and technology po. Like for example po is the cooperation between industry and research by incorporating them in sectorial planning committees. Kasama na rin po doon yung yung financial support ng government and funding po para maipatupad po yung mga plano ng mga science and technology natin, mga scientists natin. And also, more research funds for the Department of Science and Technology or the DOST and its sectorial planning bodies and institutions.